Men and women's sports. How do you feel about that?
I don't have any opinion on that right now.
You don't?
No.
This is a women's powerful movement. You don't have
I know. And I played sports. I actually played on a boys' soccer team. But I don't.
Seems like that would be the one thing that you guys would be.
It's a false issue. It's just, I mean, let's focus on the real thing. Let's focus on how many women are assaulted. Why aren't we talking about those percentages? Why are we talking about people that have gender dysmorphia? Or, I mean, it's just absurd. And, let's focus on the real stuff and stop using fear and divisiveness to, divide our communities. And
What a scene that was. We'd only been in Santa Fe for like 2 hours, and we saw a little mini protest and thought, let's go talk to them, see what they have to say. It completely proved my theory about how liberal Santa Fe is. There's a lot more of that. You know there is. Stick around for all the other crazy stuff these people had to say. Okay, look at that. Very unique, interesting architecture. You've probably seen nothing like it. I haven't. Hey there, Nick and Kim dispatching from Santa Fe, New Mexico, the fancy, nice part of Santa Fe. Judging by the stuff we saw coming into town on the south side of town, and then all the rich, snooty, fancy stuff on the north side of town, there's a huge wealth gap here. There's actually a lot of drama here, and I hear there's a lot of snooty liberals here too. Uh-oh. You guys like that stuff. We're gonna get to the bottom of all that, and we're gonna find out what's the capital like in this strange land right now.
Now you got pepper spray in your hand, a gun. I'm not gonna touch you, you freak. Hey, anonymous collective.
Here's the problem that we have with homelessness versus the rich people.
Right, but if I stop and turn around, he's threatening to pepper spray me. Fuck you. Stop following me. Stop. Call the police if you got an accident. You're not a cop. You got a problem with me, you call the police. But you won't call the police because you're wrong and you know it.
Man, can't enjoy anything anymore, can you? Homeless guy making a big scene right in the main square in downtown Santa Fe. How are we supposed to shop for overpriced artwork with this racket going on? Unbelievable. I'm calling the cops. What's the world come to? Santa Fe, New Mexico. The capital of this weird and beautiful land. Our final stop. It had just snowed the night before. It actually snowed a lot when we were here. It was still winter. This was mid-March. This used to be a little art town, but it has become a super wealthy enclave filled with artists and hipsters, snobs, tourists, spiritualists, out-of-touch, liberal elite retirees. A liberal cesspool. That's what my buddy called it. That's not me. Santa Fe was founded in 1610. It means holy faith in Spanish. I bet you didn't know that. Boy, is there a lot of history here. It's been called the cultural and economic capital of the area, no matter if it was Spanish, Mexican, or Native American land. A lot of people say this is the cultural capital of the entire Southwest. I know. It's a big deal here. The Native Americans came here 1,200 years ago. In 1600, the Spaniards first found it, and they said, "Oh, wow, we'll take this." And they treated the indigenous people very badly. Poor Indians. And after 80 years of that, the natives had had enough, and they drove the Spanish people out of the whole state. Go back to Texas, they said. Yay! And then 100 years later, the Spanish came back, and they made friends with the native people, and they lived together in harmony here. Yay, I guess. And then Mexico gained independence from Spain, so all of this became part of Mexico. Well, that didn't last long. Eventually, We took this all from Mexico in the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo down in Las Cruces, which is where we were when we first started the trip. And then all this became ours. Too bad, Mexico. We got it. And look at it now. Beautiful Santa Fe. Used to be theirs, now it's ours. And no homeless people in that shot either. Santa Fe was a big deal for railroads. You knew that. Everyone's heard of Santa Fe Railroad. And then one day, it wasn't a big deal for railroads, and the whole area suffered for a long time. A lot of people left. Then finally, some artists and writers discovered the place, and they moved here and changed everything. And now it's cool. It's popular. Everybody wants to be here if you got the money. There's 100,000 people here now. It's growing fast. Mostly rich people from somewhere else. The architecture here is stunning. Even liquor store looks Adobe. You walk around Santa Fe, the whole place seems to be a caricature of the original Native American and Mexican culture. Kind of a cartoonish representation of the state's history. Way overpriced art everywhere. People selling Native American jewelry that's actually made in China. Over the top, trying too hard, Adobe everything. All right, so we are now in downtown Santa Fe. This is what they call their plaza, or their downtown area. It's a bunch of shopping, retail, not very, the restaurant scene, I'll get to that later. A lot of this was built in the Pueblo Revival style, you can see behind me, and that was invented here in Santa Fe. Very rounded, lots of adobe, lots of tan, lots of exposed wood. I'm not an architecture guy, I'm just going off of what I can see in front of me. It's all very unique, it all is all very, totally only New Mexico, and maybe Arizona and Texas, but this part of the country, Pueblo Revival style, invented here in Santa Fe, and there's an example of it right here, and we're gonna drive down the street and we're gonna look at a lot more of that stuff. Isn't that impressive? And that is not the oldest house in the country. That is a hotel that we didn't stay at. All right, up ahead's the Cathedral Basilica. It's very important here in Santa Fe. I don't remember why, but...
Oldest church.
No, the oldest church was the other one.
Maybe it's the oldest Catholic church.
It's the oldest something. It's a big deal. It's really cool looking. Everybody takes their pictures in front of it. There's a lot of oldest in the country in Santa Fe. Hi, everyone. Boy, is that sun bright today. It's a lot different than yesterday. Behind me is the San Miguel Mission. It's the oldest church in the USA. And then right next door to the church, on the side of it, with all these fancy, or not fancy, adobe looking bricks, is the oldest house in the USA. The oldest house in the entire country is right here. It was built in 1646. So anyway, there's what houses look like in 1646. And behind me is the Palace of the Governors. Right there in that building for 300 years, that's where all the decisions were made in the state of New Mexico. Not a very fancy looking capital, huh? Goes to show you that you don't need a big fancy building to make decisions. You just need walls and a roof. And now they make all their decisions right down the road at an also not very impressive Capitol building, and we'll go to that right now. All right, and here we are at the New Mexico State Capitol, everybody. This doesn't really look like a state capitol, does it? But it is. And inside of that building is where they make all of their New Mexico state laws. The ones that always seem to fail. I'm just saying, first in crime, first in poverty, last in education. I think they're probably trying pretty hard in there, I bet. You probably didn't know it, but this is the second, this is the oldest state capital in the country and the second oldest city in the country. Only St. Augustine, Florida is older. And we're 7,000 feet up, so this is the Highest elevated state capital in the country, too. There you go, New Mexico. Way to go, Santa Fe. Let's get that seal and cut. Pan and cut. Go ahead and cut. Here's the other side of Santa Fe that you don't normally hear about in the brochures. This is the real side of Santa Fe. Homeless people hang out. This is the eyesore, according to the wealthy people, all the new people that have moved to town. A lot of people here are unhappy, and that's why I came, because you guys like drama. I hear there's big problems with the wealth gap. This is the south side of Santa Fe, which is not the fancy side. This is old Santa Fe, just regular people trying to make a go of it. But that's getting harder now with all the rich people moving to town and driving up the cost of everything, damn it. And all of this now is $400,000. I know. Crazy. I mean, look at the architecture here. Very unique. This one's kind of a half adobe. For the last 30 or 40 years, the place has been getting more elite. They're weeding the poor people out. Just slowly raise the cost of living enough to get all the people out of town that you don't want. Price them out. I talked about this in Colorado, in Durango and Aspen, happened in Bozeman, Montana, Austin, Texas. This is ours now, damn it! Somebody told me that if you're a minority here, you need to either be rich, be the help, or be gone. Liberals always say they want everyone to have things and be equal. But not here, not where I live. And then look, we've got this poor guy out here. God. He's sleeping on the sidewalk. It is 28 degrees out here. And he's just sleeping right out in front of a car dealership on the sidewalk. Homelessness is way worse now. Crime, too. Begging, stealing, drug use, people standing around. It's kind of shady. A lot of people here complain about it now. We were here for 3 days. We drove around. I didn't see a ton of it, but it's here. There's close to 1,000 people in Santa Fe who are either on the streets or couch surfing, sleeping in their cars, motels. That's just sad. This is ugly. We don't want that here.
What? You're not throwing me out. Now you got pepper spray in your hand, a gun. I'm not ever touching you, you freak. You're a piece of shit security guard. You're following me with pepper spray and a gun. And a fucking stick. Somehow I'm the asshole. Everywhere I walk.
Did you want to get a photo?
Right? You're gonna follow me to the library and pepper spray some little children too. Fuck. None. Hey, anonymous collective in the house. If your fucking security guards keep fucking doing the shit that they're doing.
We found the homeless guy again. I'm gonna see if I can talk to him. I don't know if he's mentally ill or not. How you doing? Good. I'm Nick. I have a YouTube channel.
Hey, how are you?
I saw the Confrontation. Can I get your opinion on stuff?
Anything, sir.
What's your name?
My name is, well, I have a couple names.
Okay.
Anon God Dog. I'm an activist for the Anonymous Collective. I'm the king of the Anonymous Collective, which is kind of funny because we're all volunteers. But I am the bullseye.
Okay.
I come out, we film.
Okay.
You know, we try to find. We don't look for it. It's really hard not to miss them. You know, we have problems in this society.
We do have problems in this society. You're frustrated? You seem frustrated.
Well, yeah, I was sexually harassed at Starbucks by one of the managers. He touched my balls.
you know, because good looking. I mean, I'm not a bad looking guy. And he knows I'm homeless. He doesn't really know who I am. But, you know, predators, you know. And so it was a man-on-man sexual harassment. I don't have a phone. I can't get an email address to even file a report because I don't have a phone. So that's been trouble. Basically, I was sitting there. I was like, hey, I want to talk to your... And nobody will let me call, you know, to make a report. So then security the police won't come down here. So the mayor has a major problem with homelessness in our city, which...
Yeah, talk to me about the homeless problem in Santa Fe.
Well, it's not that there's a problem with homeless people. Well, okay, so for one, we had a bunch of people come in and buy up land, right? And they bought up houses so nobody can afford to live here. So I'm from here. I mean, I'm originally from Minnesota, but I've been here since I was 17. I went to high school here. You can't afford to live here because it's so ridiculous. You get pushed out. We got vacancies everywhere. All these buildings going up, there's nobody living in them. All these houses up here, I walk around in the day and at night, nobody's living in them. Right? So we have all these vacancies and so the rent is astronomically high, where the income is not astronomically high, you know, to compare. So if you were living in, you know, San Francisco or around San Francisco, well, you get paid a lot more because the cost of living is ridiculous, right? Or you're looking like San Francisco now, which is like empty downtown. Well, so we're kind of like that, but outside of. So there's no place for the homeless to go. What they want to do is they want to kick them down the road to like Pete's Place, which is another homeless shelter here, which they're overrun. The people there are awesome. They try to do the best they can. We also have gangsters here that get into the politics. You know, it's a gangster city. And so you have corruption run amok, which is why I'm on the ground.
Do you feel Santa Fe has become like gentrified, and they're basically the wealthy people are coming in and kind of taking over the place, and the regular people?
See, I have very wealthy friends. And I mean, I'm wearing a $2,000 coat. I'm homeless. I sleep on the streets. I haven't had any money this year. No money. I don't beg, and I don't use EBT or anything like that. But yet, here I am. $300 Nikes. So because we're trying to show them, like, what are you doing to our city? And that's a lot of wealthy people who have very big hearts, who are very giving. There are people who come here that are wealthy, and they're like, well, we don't like to see the homeless. I'm like, who the fuck are you to come here? You're fucking fucked your city up. I mean, LA's a wash. San Francisco's a wash. I mean, I love these cities too, and I love people from LA, and you know, but you don't come here and then make Santa Fe like that because you already fucked your shit up. Go back to your fucked up shit before you come here. We're more than happy to have anybody come here and move here and live here and enjoy our community. What we're not okay with is people buying up houses, bringing up the rent so high that we can't live here, and then they go, hey, we don't want to see the locals. We just want to walk the galleries. I'm like, well, let's just say Santa Fe's 400 years old. There's a spirituality. This church right here, my family's Assisi. I belong to the Franciscan nuns. I am Omenon. I'm God dog. I'm son of God. But I'm doing away with kingships because we don't need kings.
Do you sleep inside? It's freaking cold out here.
I sleep outside. Oh yeah, I got a sleeping bag. I spent the last year, I never had a sleeping bag. I mean, I give my stuff away. That's why my people get mad. And then, like, I just lost 2 toes. This winter was pretty brutal.
You lost 2 toes out here in the cold?
Yeah.
Because of the cold?
Well, yeah, they froze off. They were like silver.
Well, where do you get your money? How do you get money somewhere?
No. I mean, once in a while somebody will give me a few bucks, but no, I mean, I eat, and I do my merit. This is what gives me. I get the clothes that I get from people. St. Elizabeth's, a great place.
Those are nice shoes. Where did you get those?
I got this from St. Elizabeth's, brand new. I was wearing a boot, and it was rusting my shins because I like to work.
St. Elizabeth is a church?
St. Elizabeth is a men's homeless shelter. They house about, I want to say they house 28 men.
All right, so we are here kind of on the edge of town in Santa Fe, and behind me is a Pallet community. You've heard about these. They pop up, nonprofit set up places, safe spaces for people to get off the streets. It looks like there's maybe 10 or 12 pallet houses back there where folks can get off the streets, stabilize their lives, kind of try to transition back to the real world. They have a place to go and lay down. They offer counseling, food, job placement, just kind of everything you need to kind of get off the streets, drug counseling, PTSD support, all of it here. And so that's good that they're trying. The gentleman that runs the place told me a number of things. I am trying to get permission to interview him, but the nonprofit called Lifelight is not really calling me back. He told me that places like this are making a dent. And I said, Santa Fe, you don't really hear about poor in Santa Fe. You see rich people in turquoise jewelry and old history. And he's like, no, it's super bad here. The generational poverty here is really super bad. The kind of stuff you don't see on TV. And he told me, if you go down Cerrillos, which I already did, he said, go to the Suites of Santa Fe. He said, behind there's some arroyos. If you hike behind there, you'll see a bunch of people and a bunch of tragedy back there. So I'm going to go back there. I went down to where the dude told me to look, and I tried to see if I could find any homeless people in the arroyos back there, but I didn't see anything. And here's an example of just a regular neighborhood. There's a lot of these communities just that look like you're out in the desert. Everything is adobe, adobe, adobe. There's middle class life in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'll put the home prices underneath so you have an idea on what it costs, because I know you're curious. Meanwhile, on the north side of town, things are way different. This is what the hillside homes look like here. Everything up here is at least a mill. A lot of it's way more than that. There's lots of gates and private roads on the north end. Of course, there's celebrities all over. Julia Roberts, Val Kilmer, Michael Gross. Anyone? Remember him from Family Ties? Michael Gross is up here. It must be fancy. Gene Hackman, he lived up here somewhere for a long time. He actually died the day we were here. And no one knew why. Still don't know. All these people are super rich, super liberal, and really, really snobby. Believe me, I met some of them. I made eyes with a lot of them. The kind of people who say, homeless people smell. Ew, get away from me. They're ruining Santa Fe. You know the type, 60-year-old white liberal elites who whine about Donald Trump. They hate him up here more than you know. Here's a house for sale. And you can't even see the house. They're all like down dirt roads. And a lot of these roads are, they say private. They're not gated, but they don't want people back there. Well, that's why we have the drone. Almost everyone up here is new. Some of these are second and third homes. You wouldn't fit in. These are the same exact people that organized that protest. All right, so we got some protesters here in Santa Fe. What do you know? No surprise. They seem to be protesting something about My Body, My Choice, Women's Day. I'm not going to tell them who I am, but I'm going to let them have a voice to express their views. What are we doing here today?
Well, it's a protest to come out for International Women's Day, get more women in government and Congress and just representing us in our government. I have this that's saying humanity should not be politicized, and also speaking for freeing Palestine, Sudan, Congo, and Ukraine.
Thank you. Who's the leader here? Who should I talk to?
Sure.
Let's talk to this guy. What are you doing here? What's going on?
What's going on? This is here. Let a woman speak.
Okay. Which woman would like to speak?
Me. Hi. Today's International Women's Day. We are proud to be women. We are proud to support women. And what else should I say?
We are marching for women's rights, for women's empowerment. We need more voices in celebration of women. And we need more voices, women's voices in leadership. We need to empower the feminine because we're out of balance. Let's be honest here.
My body, my choice. There they go. Are you guys aware that Trump made it Women's History Month this month?
I'm not aware that he did that. That's a surprise.
How do you feel about that you know that?
Well, I feel sad that he's negated so many other celebrations.
I have a YouTube channel. I'm just documenting all this.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Men and women's sports. How do you feel about that?
I don't have any opinion on that right now.
You don't?
No.
This is a women's powerful movement. You don't have
I know, and I played sports. I actually played on a boys' soccer team, but I don't.
Seems like that would be the one thing that you guys would be.
It's a false issue. It's just, I mean, let's focus on the real thing. Let's focus on how many women are assaulted. Why aren't we talking about those percentages? Why are we talking about people that have gender dysmorphia? Or, I mean, it's just absurd. And, let's focus on the real stuff and stop using fear and divisiveness to, divide our communities. And,
Okay. And we should all be in charge of our own bodies. That's the reality of it.
Okay.
It's our bodies.
Okay.
We have a choice. Yeah.
All right. So I brought up men and women's sports, and they got all pissed off about, I don't have an opinion on that, or, oh no, that doesn't count. Whatever. Oh, it's starting to snow again. I don't understand why you wouldn't have an opinion on men and women's sports. These people are all over the place with their politics and their protests here.
What are they protesting?
A lot of dumb stuff. If that ain't Santa Fe for you.
Por qué Santa Fe no me live?
Juan, this is America. We speak English here. Wait, are you protesting too?
No sé, pero me work hard y for mi familia to eat.
But what did you say? Don't make me get Tom Homan up in here.
No, me work hard. No bad person. Here visa.
Get him, Tom! Yeah! Woo! Go back to Guatemala or wherever you're from. We don't want you in Santa Fe. I don't care how expensive my guacamole will be, Juan. Necesita adios, partner.
Puches, cabrón.
Okay, so there are galleries all over. This is just one little parking lot. Man, there's a lot of art. And other stuff.
Hey, I'm ready.
This is widely considered one of the most important art cities in the country. There's more than 250 art galleries in Santa Fe alone. There's 100 of them just on Canyon Drive, Canyon Road, whatever they call it, right here behind me. 1 out of every 10 jobs in Santa Fe is related to art and culture, and that's the most of any other city in the country, mister. I think they recognize me. Shh. Now I'm going to show you some really fancy art stuff right now. Please don't make a whisper. You'll ruin everything. Stuff's very expensive. It's very nice. So just keep your voice down and just enjoy the art. If you raise your voice, you might be asked to leave. You'll ruin everything. Everything's art, I guess. Shh. $10,000? Shh. Shh. Ed. My gosh, it's beautiful. $38,000? Shh. I'll take 2. Look at that. Dang. Santa Fe fashion. That's all about $8,000. Now, besides all the artwork and the clothing, jewelry is a big deal here in Santa Fe. You have no idea. Some say it's the jewelry capital of the entire country. A lot of this was made by the Indians on the reservation and then resold at a huge markup. Poor Native American people. Oh my God. Who wears that? Navajo rug. Dang.
Still some winter weather alerts in place. Winter storm warnings are in
Uh-oh.
weather advisories are in purple.
No, we knew it was gonna snow.
Oh my God, it's dumping. It's dumping snow in Santa Fe.
We knew it was.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We're gonna get just totally snowed in. Trip's over. I don't mind snowfall, but this is coming in hard and sideways.
No, you don't have the right.
I don't have the right shoes on. If I had my cowboy hat on, I'd probably be doing better off. But this is why we left the Jemez Valley early. Our first snowfall in New Mexico. And this is what it's like. New Mexico snow is way different than any other snow I've ever experienced. Yes, it is.
Why is it different?
It has a different, texture.
You cannot tell that.
Yeah, it does. And it comes in at a different angle. We were in Santa Fe for 3 days. We experienced a lot. We got to know a lot of people here. I think it snowed every day, which I liked. A lot of the other tourists, they didn't seem to enjoy it.
She got ready to go out today.
Dang, everybody's dressed up fancy. Oh, dang, that is so Santa Fe.
Nobody is here.
I think. It is just snowing and snowing. Snow keeps coming down in Santa Fe. It's been snowing for 24 hours.
Across the street.
This is the second night in a row. We're getting just dumped on. Kim's walking slow. I'm walking fast because I'm a fast walker.
You never walk fast.
And this is the plaza in the snow. And tomorrow it'll all be melted probably. The famous burro. That's a memorial to all the hardworking burros that built Santa Fe. Without them, Santa Fe wouldn't have been able to have been built. Somebody snapped the tail off that donkey once. That was before the place was so liberal. They'd never do that now. Here's what the mountains look like above Santa Fe. Now I'm going to show you a lot more of the mountains in an upcoming video that's just only about the mountains in New Mexico. You should watch it. It's going to be good. Here we are in Sprouts, and there's lots of famous people that have homes in Santa Fe, and I think that might be one of them. All right, so down the plaza in Santa Fe, the food choices are very limited. There's very super fancy steak dinners that are like $50 a plate, and super trying to be cool, over the top snobby food. And there's just basically just a bunch of Mexican, and I am not against Mexican, believe me. I love me some Mexican. But we're gonna get off away from the plaza in a different neighborhood. We're coming to a place called Cowgirl. Get some barbecue. You know it's gonna be good, mister. Oh my goodness, this place is packed. Oh my God, barbecue in Santa Fe, and Kim is excited too.
I'm like,
Cowgirl. Just realized that Kim's clutch matches my bolo.
Put it in together. We just have good taste, huh?
I got a shiner box, so I'm not a girl. Everything is fancy in Santa Fe, even the Chinese restaurants. One night we found the moderately priced Zhang Chinese joint. They even have a robot, just like in Short Circuit.
I forgot. I got you super rare, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Do I tip her?
It's like, no, you say that for Enjoy.
She's so sweet. Hey Siri.
Huh?
What time's the sunset in Santa Fe, New Mexico?
In Santa Fe, sunset will be at 7:32 p.m.
All right. So it's just about sunset on the last day. And look at these hillsides. I mean, that's all 3, 4, 5, $10 million homes. I'm gonna get my drone up in a minute. This place is elite. I'm not kidding. Santa Fe. And I've noticed that, I mean, I kept getting people that they give me the snooty look and they're not very nice. I just realized, I mean, I have Texas plates on the back. Now I didn't know if I had Texas plates on the front, and I do. I can actually see the reaction from people when they're coming towards me on the other side of the road. They kind of roll their eyes. One lady kind of made a flippant, like, get out of my way kind of a look. It's kind of like the Scarlet Letter. If you have Texas plates up in Santa Fe, they do not like you because you're coming up here and you're buying property and you're ruining everything, even though I'm pretty sure most of these people are not from here either. Now this is where we stayed when we were here. The Inn on the Alameda. And what a place. When you're here, you need to stay at the Inn on the Alameda. All right, this is one of the favorites of the repeat guests here.
Yes.
Casita 160. Oh my goodness. It's like a...
It has its own separate living area.
Oh.
And it has a little bit bigger cave, wood burning fireplace.
Yes.
Yep, you can enjoy and drum.
You got a drum here.
And we have a nice rec bar over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
With, again, the best folded bed sheets and pillows I have ever seen.
Thank you, Nick. Yep. See? Flat. No wrinkle. Nothing.
Not a dang wrinkle. All right, the snow has kind of stopped here. It's Saturday, and we're at the Inn of the Alameda. This is our casita right here. And I'm gonna give you a little walkthrough of what a very nice room. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Look at this room and a wood fireplace. Oh, I'll get some footage of that. All right, it's our final day. There's the New Mexico State Capitol in Santa Fe right here. And I told you how the food in the plaza and downtown is really not that good. There's like super fancy, really expensive, or like Mexican places that look like you're in a cafeteria. The food in downtown is really not that good. But you have this, food trucks, and this is where the action's at. This is what we're gonna do on our final night because there really aren't a lot of options in downtown proper. And I was told Fusion Tacos is the bomb, and I can tell by the pictures and by the smell, it's gonna be amazing. Tacos.
Oh, these are crunchy?
Mm-hmm, that's what they call it.
Okay. I'm down.
Tacos are gone. Fire's roaring. And tequila drinks. I normally don't drink, but I'm going to tonight because Pempa said try it.
Look that way.
I am. And then we were just sitting by the fire, and I was like, Kim, do you hear that? Sounds like there's a drone right outside the casita. What is that? This is what it was. Oh my god, oh, it's a drone show! Wow, we have our own drone show! What the hell? Look at this! And it gets it's a burro! Chili! Chili peppers! Yeah. That is so New Mexico. Oh, it took a bite. Someone took a bite out of it. Oh, it's bite.
Right. They like red better.
Red wins.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. Oh, we're on the wrong side of it. Okay.
Sadly.
It's a hot air balloon. Oh, the snowboarder's gonna crash on the mountain. Oh god, he's gonna crash. Oh god, he's gonna crash. He's gonna crash. Santa Fe. It's not the fantasy that people rave about. Not for a lot of people here now. It's become a place to move to because it's warm and fancy. But it's not for you or me. Unless you have the scratch and you can stand noisy, entitled out-of-towners. But you need to come see it, though. It's definitely worth a stop for a few days. It's really neat here. Now, we saw a lot more of New Mexico when we were here, but this is going to be the end of the road trip part. I'm going to have a bunch of other videos about New Mexico that you can enjoy. Don't worry about that. This place is a trip, New Mexico. I've talked about how it has a lot of potential. It's warm, it's affordable. Well, not here, but most of the state is reasonably priced. Kim and I like New Mexico a lot. And yeah, I know, the state's got a lot of poverty. It's got a lot of drugs. There aren't a lot of good jobs here. It's not for everyone to move to, but you need to see it. The history, the art, the culture. It's unlike any other state we've been to. You go to some states and you can't tell where you are. Here, you totally can. There's nothing like New Mexico. And the nature, the landscape, the sunsets. Everybody needs to see New Mexico at some point. It's probably not towards the top of your list, but it should be. And the tacos. It's worth a week here just for the damn tacos. If we moved here, we'd both be taco heads. Nothing wrong with that, right? That's a good shot, huh? Well, hey, Nick Johnson fans. So YouTube's pushing this whole membership thing now, and I think it's great. So I set one up for this channel. If you want to be a member on this channel, you can only do it on your computer right now. They make it hard for some reason. So go and hit join right there, and you can support the channel and join various membership tiers. I'm excited about it because I'm going to post all sort of behind the scenes content, extra interviews, fun mappy stuff, bonus songs, and more. Just some extra stuff that doesn't make it onto the main channel. So think about becoming a member. Huh, everyone?
You should join. I did.
Are you looking to move and need advice? I do consulting. That's right. I'll sit down and talk about where the next perfect place for you and your family should be. I do it all the time. Together, let's find you a new home that's safe and checks all your boxes. And I can also help you find your new house, too. Email me and I'll work with you. I'm not just helping you figure out where to move, but I can help you find your perfect home, too. That's right. I know awesome, reliable agents all over the country, and I'd love to connect you to somebody who can help you search for that perfect home. And if you want to buy some Mappy gear, click the store link on my homepage. From there, you can check out the latest merch. There's hoodies, coffee cups, stickers, and shirts. Show off how much you love Mappy and support the channel. And I'm on Cameo too. If you want me to send you or somebody you know a personalized video message, go to Cameo and search Nick Johnson YouTube. It's fun.
Hey YouTube world, I'm Sage, Nick's manager. You've enjoyed a Corner House Entertainment production, so watch another one.
Hey guys, if you learned something new about America or what it's like to live in America, great. You should think about subscribing and turning on your notifications. You can also click one of these videos or playlists for more.